The common thread with either convincing relatives to give me a couple $100 to stitch together to come here, or convincing an executive to let me do something, is that the common answer seems to be, I don't get it, but it seems like you get it, and I think there might be something here, so here you go. I came to the US because I wanted to be a writer of TV and film. I feel like those familiar with the process of getting a student visa know that after you graduate, you have a year to work within your area of study, and maybe, if you're lucky enough, find a sponsor that will co-sign a work visa moving forward. My year was about to be up, and I felt like I was spending so much time just desperately trying to find a job. And I was like, I'm not spending enough time fostering that creative side of myself, which is the reason I'm in New York in the first place. Then suddenly it dawned on me that stand-up was a way of showcasing writing in a way that didn't necessitate me knowing anyone in the industry. I Googled New York City open mic, and there's about 5 or 6 that happen every single night. I got a manager from that, and then you get to apply for all of these TV jobs that are sort of gatekept. I applied to be a writer there in the sort of traditional way that one applies to be a writer there. I did not get the job. I kept doing stand-up. 2 years went by, and then one of the head writers reached out. This time I auditioned, which was great because I got to perform my writing. And then that got me a little gig as a guest writer. And then I was hired full time. And I didn't really start being of any service to either the show or to myself until I realized that I shouldn't be writing the kinds of things that I thought they wanted, but I should be writing the kinds of things that only I know how to do. And then that made it so I felt like I had very uncompromised pieces of myself in the show. That's something that I'll always be grateful for. Not only that I got to work there, but that I got to work there in the way that I did. I had been wanting to do a feature for a long time, but working at Saturday Night Live and for Los Spookies made it so I didn't really have the time to write it. And then, we were all forced to stop physically going to work. In 2020, I wrote both Problemista and most of Fantasmas. I like making work that feels like it says something about life today. I keep coming back to the indignities of bureaucracy and the artist within a capitalist system. I think that good fantasy or sci-fi or realism articulates something about the anxieties of the society that viewing them. And I think that is the reason those tools are available to artists, is to just communicate something about life today. Artists just want to enter worlds where they feel seen and they feel like they contribute something and they feel like they can make something new and interesting. My joys in making this work is not only attracting very established, very respected, award-winning actors, but also just giving friends or people that I've met in passing that I think are very interesting an opportunity to go one-on-one with these people and become those people themselves. What I've learned from putting out these projects is how lucky I am and how beautiful it is to be so quickly embraced by the communities that I belong in. The word representation gets thrown a lot in my industry, and usually what corporations mean like that is that they change the packaging of the product. But to me, it's about different kinds of people from different kinds of life to create work in the ways that they know how, and in ways that wouldn't have been imaginable had you not hired these people. I want to go away for a little bit and just write. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have a job. I have to go think of the next thing, which I'm very excited about. It's the happiest part of the process for me, to imagine what the next thing might be.